We're back working on Misfit toy, Charlie in the Box, if any of you remember that old cartoon. The kids are being a little loud in the background, so just, yeah, Charlie in the Box. If any of you remember that cartoon from like the 70s and 80s. So I'm testing out this new recording program my 10-year-old told me about. He loaded it up and said, "This is much better quality, Mom." And I said, "Okay, I'll take your word for it, buddy." So we're testing it out and see how this goes. I'm struggling to see a millimeter of line today, but I'm just gonna do my best. See how it comes out. So yeah, I've been working on several different stamps, taking a break from different ones just because just because. So most of my vision is pretty set. It's not going to get better. But there are times when it's actually worse because of medication, and inflammation. It can be even worse. So that millimeter of line I can see on my good days. There are days that I cannot see it. So it's really hard because I've always used carving to, help deal with my chronic pain and just the stressors of life. Yeah, this has been one of my coping mechanisms. So losing the ability to do this has been, at times when I've given up my carvers and didn't think I could carve anything where you could really tell what the image is. So what was the point? Those times were pretty dark. I leaned on my faith, but I definitely struggled to find anything that worked as well to occupy my mind and not keep my hands idle. And it's my way of doing things for others because, I've given a lot of stamps away and I've hidden a lot of stamps and people get enjoyment from finding them, which does my heart good. My senses of purpose and, if I can make somebody smile, that's always a good thing. So, yeah. So I'm working on Charlie in the Box. I'm still working on the butterfly frame. And I know I said in the last video that I was gonna, for real, take pictures of the finished product and stamp them and make images, take pictures of them. But that has not happened yet. I've had Rituxan infusions and a Prolia shot, and it kind of put a wrench in how I've been feeling. So I was in rough shape before, but this is a little bit more run over feeling, and the weather has been really difficult. A roller coaster ride of barometer changes. It truly makes my pain levels worse and my just my disease course a lot harder to handle. But we just keep praying and keep moving forward. So Coda had today off from school. Then has midterms this week. So the other kids did not do their school today because when Coda's home, there's absolutely no way for me to get them to do their online school when Coda's out of school. So, well, I could make them, but I pick my battles. So, I've been looking a lot at tiny homes. I just think they have some pretty awesome designs. They're quite expensive though for them. It's like if it's smaller, it's more expensive. Seems odd, but you know, I think they're pretty cool. I was trying to find the rules in Auburn if I would be able to put a tiny home in my yard. It's interesting. Brunswick was giving away like $10,000 grants for people to put tiny homes in their yard because they just have no housing there and they need more housing. Yeah, I won't be at this much today. My hands are already cramping up, and I really am struggling to see any of the line at this time. So it's kind of a shot in the dark. You know, I can feel around and feel you know, where the carved out line is, but it doesn't give me any help of where, knowing where to carve. So I'm just trying not to carve in any lines. Don't want to carve through any lines. Yeah, the kids are on a break from their gaming to get some lunch. Oh, they're a little bit louder than usual. So I'm working on a cardinal for my friend Julie. She's visually impaired and she's hearing impaired as well. But I do need to work on her bird this week. I'm gonna have it done by Saturday. But I don't want her ruin it trying to do it when I can't see anything. So this stamp has no plan. This is just, random. Didn't have a plan for this stamp. So if I ruin it, it would be not the end of the world. I mean, if I ruined the bird, it would not be the end of the world either. I could just start anew, but I really wanted to have the bird done this weekend as Julie has birthday coming up. I've just been so scattered lately. My Rituxan infusions, the initial doses are done. I had 4 infusions, 1 a week for 4 weeks, and now I can go 6 months, and then I'll have another 4 weeks, 1 a week for 4 weeks. But just need to recover from, the weather and the Rituxan infusions, and I also got a Prolia shot for osteoporosis. So yeah. So let's see, what else do I have? So I'm not sure if this is upside down or whatnot, but this is the red cardinal for Julie. It's not completed, but I don't want to ruin it as I cannot really see at all right now the line. So I'm going to put this aside and maybe I'll be able to see it better tomorrow. And then there's this small stamp of sunflower. And again, this is no real plan, so it would be alright if I make a mistake on this one. It's not going to anyone, so nobody's expecting it. Of course, I don't like to mess up any of them. Carving material does cost money, but if I was concerned about it, I wouldn't be able to carve because there's a lot of times when there are mistakes enough that the stamp is not usable, and I have to be willing to take that chance, or I wouldn't carve at all. And I still get enjoyment from carving, even though there's some things that are really frustrating because I want to be able to do it as well as I used to. But I'm just grateful I can do any of it. So again, I really will stamp the images of the ones that I already finished, and I will definitely share them. So, hey, if any of you have any idea of what I should carve next, leave me a comment. And let me know what you think of the new video player. Let me know if my 10-year-old knows what he's talking about. We'll catch you on the flip side.